Hola, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we start about Autodesk Revit 2018. This is a software to use the architectural drawing, and not only the architectural but also it can use for the structural analysis and some MEP works and lot of work we can do using this software. Today I introduced about this software. We can use for architectural drawing for when we consider that when we consider about building information modeling, we can for entire modeling works we can use this software. Today we plan to discuss about user interface of the Autodesk Revit. Uh, this is like AutoCAD. Some tools are similar to AutoCAD, but some are different. But we can do more design works using Autodesk Revit rather than AutoCAD. Today I explain about the interface of the this software. Mainly in the top of the screen we can identify the quick access toolbar of the software. We can add more tools from this down arrow. If you don't do not show these some tools, we can remove from this drop down list. And if you want to add some tools, you can add from this tool. If you want to new, but you can add using this one. If you want to, if you don't need, we can release. We can remove using this button. This is we call quick access toolbar. And then in the down we can see the ribbon of the the all modern software. We can see this ribbon like Microsoft Office software like Excel, Word, Access. We can see that this ribbon in the this ribbon. Uh, if we click on ribbon, and in the ribbon we can see some panels. One in one ribbon, we call tab. There's the tabs, and we can see some panels. For example, we in the architecture tab we can see build, circulation, model, room and area. These panels, in that panel several tools we can see in that panel. In software they group some tools for that relevant work. For structure, you can see that structure under structure there is a structure panel and connection panel, foundation panel. In the foundation panel there are some tools which can use for the structure that foundation works. And in the modify panel, we normally frequently use this modify panel. And with modify panel also there's a modified tool set and view tool set. Therefore we can easily access this tool when we familiar with this software. We need to identify there's a tabs. In the under the tab there's a panel. In the separate panel there are specified tools for that specified work. Okay, then when we go to the down we can see the work area. In the normally that left side project by browser place, uh, and in the right side there's a properties browser. If we that sometimes this will not visible your computer, you can get from after right clicking this area in the properties. You can tick that properties. You can hide or view this panel. in the properties, and for the project browser, you can go to the browser, and there is a tick mark, and you can view that panel also. If that's not visible in your computer, you can set that setting. Okay, this is the user interface, basic idea of user interface. In there some setting also we need to identify. In the file, there is a button called options. In that option button, we can uh, set some settings which are very important. First and general, you can set that interval, automatically save interval. If we set to 30 minutes, all files automatically save in 30 minutes, because when we work, if we forgot to save, it will, by end of the day, it will disaster, because our entire work can be lost due to forget. Therefore, we need to set that setting about 30 minutes interval. It will automatically itself remind that say for saving. In the user interface, there is some settings. There is a keyboard shortcut. We can add some keyboard shortcut for all the tools. There are keyboard shortcut. For the example, for wall, keyboard shortcut is WA. When after we click WA, we can get that tool. We can set that tool, that shortcut, using file, option, in the user interface, keyboard shortcuts. After that, we can see and we can set these shortcut. You can practice someone. And I advise that not change this shortcut, because that all are defaults one. It's better to use defaults one, because then it will change to computer to computer. It will sometimes it will difficult. Therefore, not change. And there's a double click option also there. We can see double click options in the for families. What will happen in double click, like that? The family, there's a double click option also there. We can also that set. And this is only that in the user interface. And there's another thing, tool tip assistant. There's a tool tip assistant in the Autodesk Revit 2018. You can see that when we go to the top of that tools, we can see the tool tips. There is levels of that tool tips. You can set that one using file, in option, user interface, and there's a, now we set to the high. We feel no need that one. We can set to the none or minimal, normal. We can set three settings, three levels. If we set to normal and okay, you can see that tooltip is not the entire that no, I did not set that one option. Now we set to the user interface, tooltip, assistant normal. We set the minimal. Okay, there's only a small tooltips there. If we set to the high, it will come full description with some video also there. If we set to the high, then okay, you can see there's a in the modify panel, you can see if you set that offset, You can see the it will show how we operate this tool. There's a complete description there. Okay, and another settings are there. File, options. Before we start the Autodesk, we need to know about these things, and in the graphics, some settings there. In the color, you can change the background color if you want, and selection color. That means if we draw something in Autodesk, when it select, you know that we can select that one. This is there are two colors. When you go on the top of that item, it will call pre-selection. It will then not that is magenta color. When you select it, it will appear as blue color. That setting we can set up in this in the file. This option bar option and graphics. There's the two colors. You see, pre-selection is magenta, selection is blue. If you want, you can change these colors. And there's a if there is a error, that's alert also. There is some intersection or some errors. We can see that alert color also. We can set that also. And temporary dimension size. That means there's a that is these dimensions. Is called temporary dimensions. If there's a temporal dimension, when we draw that one, it will appear. That size, font size also we can change. Now it's about 14. We can set it file, option, user interface, and we can set it the graphics. Then now 14 if you want. You can set it to about I think to 10 is okay. You can see that test is reduced. That also we can you can set up according to your convenience. Okay, um, these are the basic thing in the user interface about user interface of the Revit, and another options there. That's graphics we call this is about graphic, and that file locations also there. There's a file location for project templates and user files and family templates. There's a file locations. We can change this template also. Normally, when in the home screen, when we start up the Autodesk, this file will appear, and we can easily select the templates using this. We can change easily this panel. Okay, I think this is the brief introduction of the user interface of the Autodesk Revit. We will next time we will discuss about another part of the Autodesk Revit. Stay tuned with us, and goodbye for